Welcome to CareTalk at Health 2019, a special series of interviews here at the Health Innovation Conference in Las Vegas. I'm David Williams, President of Health Business Group, and I'm here with Andrew Bowditch. He is co-founder and CEO of Visible Body. Welcome.
Thank you, David. Nice to be here.
So how's the show going so far?
It's going great. We're meeting a lot of really interesting folks at different companies. We love it.
And what is Visible Body? I can imagine, but I have this brochure too. I got to ask you about it in a minute. But,
Sure.
Yeah.
We're a virtual human anatomy technology company that displays human anatomy in 3D and in augmented reality. And
Why would I want to do that?
Well, so we are used in over 1,000 colleges worldwide to teach human anatomy, but we're also used in high schools. So we're used across the educational spectrum for teaching anatomy at all levels. And what we're finding is it's changing the way students are learning. It's impactful and from a grade point level. It's moving grades up. What we're finding is moving grade points up substantially.
And how did you develop it? I mean, what was the like? I see this thing here, and as I heard, I heard it had something to do with your twin brother. You want to tell me about that? Is that who this guy is here?
No. So yes, I wish he was the model in that, but
yeah.
Unfortunately, it would just look like me. It would not be very interesting. So I started with my twin brother way back in the day. We started this business, and we first started a company actually to develop educational content for large publishing companies. And pretty soon, at one point in time, we were asked to do a series of medical animations, and to build out something like asthma, you need to build out the surrounding structures. You need to build out the lungs, the thorax, the trachea, and it wasn't very long until we had built out every structure in the human body, and we realized, hey, we've got a better way of teaching human anatomy. And that's really when we launched it online at first.
Well, it's interesting, because I'm not a twin, but I have brothers who are identical twins, and they're actually wrestlers. And they used to be like I thought maybe this is like you rip your brother's skin off and you're showing what's under there. That's in my family. That's what would have inspired a company like this. So, but I guess you're saying that's not true. I want to see him. Maybe he's is he like the whole guy, or is he?
Oh yeah, no, he's over at our booth somewhere. But you would have to rip like a couple layers off to get to that.
I'm not saying it's like done in a brutish way. It has to be done with some sort of precision and knowledge of the anatomy. You got to know what you're getting at. All right, so listen, it's been a long show. So you said you wanted to liven it up. I promised you we would do that here.
Yeah.
So where does this go in the future? I mean, I understand it's going to give people a better grade in school. They can visualize the body and see what's going on there. But how does it fit into the broader, ecosystem if you think going forward?
Yeah. So when we came here, we're predominantly in the education space, and we're seen as being ultimately very transformative in that space. But what we realize, and this is the same for the consumer market in health as well, is students or just every single person out there wants to do things that they're comfortable with. They want to learn their way. So if they're on a phone that's got a screen on it, which I would say 99.9% of them do,
right?
They want to learn on that. And so we can display the entire human body on the phone or any subset of it. And we looked at this show as a great way of connecting. Specifically, one of the areas we got really interested in was telemedicine.
Yeah.
Being able to get into that space. We're already working around the fringes of that. We're providing content in that, and we see that as.
And would that be used like on a real-time basis? Would like a physician explaining something to a patient?
Yeah. So you would open up something. Let's say where I was showing you gallstones earlier.
Yeah.
Fun topic. So it
was pretty cool. I could rotate the thing and see the stones from all direction. Now I just need to be able to rip it out right off the screen. So
it's a lot of ripping out of the body here.
There is a lot of that. That's kind of the theme. We're in Vegas after all.
That's true.
We could put this in a show. That was actually a show that looked like this up there in the exhibition area.
I think if you're surrounded with a little rock and roll music like they have in Vegas every single where you go, I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
It would work fine.
Yeah.
No, so the idea is that it would work in real time.
Yeah.
For anyone. You could have a doctor talking to a patient and literally showing them what's wrong with them, and they would get a complex overview broken down into visuals, because we're all visual learners. Right. And so that's the idea behind it. Simple, very simplistically.
Excellent. So any particular if you've been at the booth the whole time, any interesting sessions or speakers that you've seen or are looking forward to here?
Yeah, so we just came out of one that had the digital head for CVS and loved what they were talking about.
It's like this guy here?
I think
it's like a head?
I don't think
like
it was
when you
exactly.
look at people after being in this business, do you see like, when you say digital head?
No,
to me that's a digital head right there, or half a head.
It is a digital head, but it's only,
So you heard, all right, so I cut you off there. Digital head of CVS.
So we went and we listened to how, the pharmacies are changing and so forth, and how personal health care is being provided differently. And I actually think we need to reimagine this in the next few years, because kids these days, and I've got two of them, one in college and one in high school, they live on their phones. They're not going to want to go to the doctor's office. They're going to want to do everything through their phone. And I think this technology that we have, and some of the folks at this show here are going to be so important in empowering them in, better health, education. So
terrific.
That's
excellent. Well, I think I could go on with my questions, but they may go downhill from here. So I'm going to say thank you, Andrew Bowditch, who is co-founder and CEO of Visible Body. We're right here at Health 2019. You can see the entire series of interviews that we're doing on your YouTube playlist, and you can listen anywhere you listen to podcasts. But most of all, remember, subscribe to CareTalk so you never miss another episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey there, listeners. Want more CareTalk? There's more to be had in our other episodes, so be sure to look for those and subscribe to CareTalk on your favorite service.